Where are they now? The 4 wrestlers in New Jersey that were able to win 4 state titles. This is Apex Wrestling Highlights here, and in this video we will be talking about the 4 New Jersey natives that were able to become 4-time state champions, and we're just gonna take a look at what they did after their high school careers and what they are doing now. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now let's talk about the 4-time state champs. First person we will take a look at is Mike Gray. Mike Gray wrestled for Del Barton and made history in 2006 in the Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall by becoming the first ever 4-time New Jersey state champion. On top of being the first ever 4-time state champ for New Jersey, he was also a 4-time region champ, as well as being a champion in the Junior Freestyle Nationals and the High School Nationals. He also had a high school record of 158 wins and only 2 losses. Mike Gray was pretty successful after high school. Not only is he currently the head coach for Cornell University, but he actually used to wrestle there himself. And he was a pretty good wrestler, becoming a 4-time NCAA qualifier and a 2-time All-American, placing 6th his freshman year and his senior year, as well as winning 2 EIWA titles and being an EIWA finalist in 2009. He had a college record of 117 wins and only 30 losses. Bound Brooks wrestler Andrew Capolatoni became the second 4-time state champion in New Jersey, and his record was amazing. He had 175 wins and only 1 single loss in his high school career, and 116 of his victories in high school were by pins. After his amazing high school career, Capolatoni would wrestle for Ohio State, having a combined record of 40 wins and 26 losses, and was a 2-time NCAA qualifier. And in 2012, his freshman year, he was 1 match away from All-American status, but lost the match in overtime. But his Ohio State wrestling career was no more, because in March of 2013, he, along with 15 other people, was charged with selling drugs to an undercover police officer. I was even on the Sports Yahoo website looking into it, and they said that his 175 high school victories were as many victories as the number of grams allegedly sold to the undercover cop. But fortunately for him, the charges were dropped in May of 2013, and after almost 2 years away from the wrestling mat, he would make a return wrestling for Rutgers, but didn't do so good. He finished his first and only season with Rutgers, 1-4, with his one and only win being against Iowa, and we would never see him wrestle after that, because after losing a practice match leading up to the preseason wrestle-offs, he walked off the mat and left the team facility, and he never returned. And the head coach of Rutgers, Scott Goodell, said that he quote-unquote lost passion and quote-unquote never really got into it. He did continue going to Rutgers and did good academically and was a really good student, but it's a shame that his career ended like that, especially after a phenomenal high school season. Anthony Ashnault was a wrestler for South Plainfield, and he became the first ever undefeated 4-time state champ in New Jersey with a combined record of 170 wins and no losses. He was also a 4-time region champ as well, obviously, since he had no losses. And on top of that, he was also a 2-time Super 32 champ as well. Anthony would go on to wrestle for Rutgers, where he became a 3-time Big Ten champion and the only 4-time All-American in the program. In his sophomore year, he became Rutgers' first ever NCAA semifinalist since 1960 and would go on to place 4th at the tournament. In his junior year, he made it to the semifinals again, but fell short and would end up placing 6th. After missing the 2018 season due to injury, he would go on to win a national title with a perfect 32-0 record. He has a career record of 123 wins and 18 losses, being the all-time leader in wins at Rutgers. He was the assistant coach for the 2022 season, but stepped down to focus on his freestyle career. Last person on this list is Nick Suriano. He wrestled for Bergen Catholic and became the fourth four-time state champ in New Jersey. Like Aspinall, he was also undefeated with 159 wins and no losses, and is the only New Jersey wrestler to have 4 individual state titles as well as 4 team state titles. He was also a 2-time Super 32 champ, winning in 2012 and in 2015, and was a Super 32 runner-up in 2013. He is also a 4-time Beast of the East champion, and also made history with Dayton Fix having the longest high school wrestling match, which took place at the 2014 Who's Number 1 Flow Wrestling event, which he ended up winning 3-1. Now, after his successful high school career, Nick Suriano will go on to become the biggest mystery in college wrestling, and for a pretty good reason, as nobody ever knew his next move and he would never tell anyone what he was about to do. Suriano transferred twice throughout his successful college career. He started off wrestling for Penn State and could have had a really good season, but got injured right before the postseason and would end his freshman year with 16 wins and 3 losses as a Nittany Lion. He would then go on to transfer to Rutgers, having a combined record of 54 wins and only 4 losses, becoming a Big Ten champ in 2019 at 133 pounds, as well as becoming the first ever NCAA finalist for Rutgers in 2018 and the first ever NCAA champion in 2019 for Rutgers. He would go on to make a couple freestyle appearances as well. On May 6, 2019, he upset Joe Colon, who was a Pan American champion and a 2018 World Bronze medalist, so it was a pretty big win for Suriano. He would then go on to take 2 Olympic red shirts in 2020 and in 2021 in hopes at making the Olympic team, but the Olympics got canceled in 2020, and in 2021 he tested positive for COVID, so he was forced to withdraw from the competition. In July of 2021, it was announced that Suriano entered the transfer portal once again, and there were many predictions on where he would transfer, most people saying that he was going to Arizona State. In September of 2021, Suriano competed at the U.S. World Team Trials, hoping to represent the country at 61 kilograms, but was upset by Nathan Tomasello in the quarterfinals, ending any chance of him making the world team. In November of 2021, it was announced that he transferred to the University of Michigan and will wrestle for the Wolverines in his last college wrestling season. He would go on to win his second Big Ten title at 125 pounds, becoming the first Big Ten wrestler to win 2 Big Ten titles at 2 different schools in 2 different weight classes. He would also go on to win his second national title at 125 pounds. Now, at this point, I don't know what's next for Suriano. Maybe he could pursue a career in MMA, or maybe he could focus on his freestyle career. But like I said earlier, he's the biggest mystery in college wrestling, or probably in wrestling as a whole. So whatever he has in mind, we won't know, because he won't tell us his next move. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my first ever voiceover on the channel, so hopefully it was good. If you didn't enjoy it, that sucks, but if you did enjoy it and you want to see more voiceovers or more content like this in the future, then be sure to comment below some ideas that you have for me. Also, hit that subscribe button for more wrestling content, and don't forget to follow my social medias. Links are in the description. Thanks, and until next time.